Jeremy Ellis here, maker of rocksetter.com. I want to show you how to get kids coding on a Linux box using nitros.io and GitHub, but we're going to make it as simple as possible. So the first step is you're going to get into GitHub. You probably wouldn't even have to log in and just write kids can code. If you type that in, you should eventually get to my repository. It's J06, Kids Can Code. The J06 just means the level of difficulty. This is just a setup repository. Here it shows you something which is not yet working, and then your main WW with a main index and some things that are working. So all you really need in GitHub is to go to this spot right there that says copy to clipboard, and it's going to copy something similar to the URL that's up here. Then we go into Nitros, and I've already logged in. Basically, you create a user, you need an email and a password, and eventually you'll get to this concept of a new box. So click on new box, and I'm going to shrink this down so it's a little smaller. And we have to do Node because we're installing a Node program. That's very nice, but I'm just going to put in some 4 or 5 letter names. So let's go with Joey. US West is where our location. And that was the thing I pasted. So it was, to get that, I did right click, paste. Okay, so we're going to create that box, and it's really quick. It's making a Linux box that you can use online. If you pay money, it should be able to, the box should be able to run continuously, but we don't need that from a student point of view. We can log in, activate the box, and do our work, and then log out again, or shut down the box. Now, here's the terminal. Here's the IDE. I'm just going to do a couple things in the terminal. npm for Node Package Manager, install connect. And that's one of the things we need to get these mobile apps going. So that's very quick. The next install is a bit slower. Let's see. And I'm going to up arrow to load up the same thing and dash Phonegap. Make sure everything's spelled right, hit enter. Now what we're doing here is we are making mobile apps using JavaScript and HTML, web page stuff, which a lot of kids know how to do. It's not that hard to learn. And then we're using this Phonegap thing to generate a web page that on our mobile device we can load up this mobile app. It looks like it didn't actually work, so let's just try it again. See, it said connection lost, reconnecting. That's probably my Wi-Fi. I don't think that's a big deal. Now, we need on our mobile device, whether it's Win 8, whether it's iOS device, iPhones, iPads, or Android, we need to install a free Adobe app called Phonegap Developer. And that's what we will connect with. Why we're making this Linux box in Nitros is we are going to serve out the mobile app. And that way we get around paying Apple a $100 developer fee, because at schools we're just making apps to prove that we can make them. If you don't pay that $100 developer fee, it's really difficult getting your apps onto any of the iOS devices. With this situation, we serve it out. You with your Wi-Fi, you connect to the URL, and everything's good. So those two things are installed now. Next thing to realize is we have a workspace, and we have the GitHub directory, Kids Can Code. We need to get to those directories. This is the only bit of DOS-y Linux kind of thing we're going to do. dir shows me that workspace. CD for change directory. Ooh. CD, change directory, W tab to get into workspace, and then CD, J tab to get into that directory. So now we're in the directory. Whoa, what happened? Now we're in the directory, and let's just come up here and have a look at what's in this directory. So there's the main directory. Not working is just some concept where there's a folder in case your app isn't working. You can just move that folder into the not working area. This is your main working area where we have a basic app that has an HTML file and an image. What's important here, the license, and anyone can use this, is Nitros. What this is going to do is it's going to activate those two things we installed, and then it's going to print out some statement, and then it's going to listen for the developer app to send this app to your mobile device. We have to activate this code, and it's quite simple. It's just node n. I'm going to tab because it should. Whoa, it didn't. Why didn't it find what we're working on? Let's try that again. Nitros. There we go. So node nitros.js. So it's just activating this thing. So let's give it a try. There we go. It says Control-C to quit. Enter your Phonegap Developer App into the Phonegap Developer App, the address. Now, finding out that address is a bit confusing. You have to go to Preview, port 3000, and there it is. Now, these are just kind of web pages. The only time things are a little more confusing, ooh, back button isn't working. I will throw in a back button. Oh, there we go. This is what you need to enter into the Phonegap Developer App. And it's a bit of a pain typing it out. Joey dash, bunch of numbers, USW1, nitrosbox.com. The only new part there is the dash and the numbers, because the Joey's I entered for my box, and it's always, so far, USW1.nitrosbox. That's it. Happy app development. Now you notice this this one works. It just shows you buttons and links and images and an on the Linux box image and a YouTube video and a back button, which is kind of helpful. Now you notice this one doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Because that's the one which is in the not working folder. And once in a while, it's good to be able to have stuff in a spot where you can say, okay, it's not working right now. So I'm going to move it in here and then preview that again. And let's see, there we go. So results go unclose. You see, neither of these are working. So the job is to go figure out what's wrong with it. Well, let's have a quick look at what's wrong with it. Here we go. Here's our first one. Make this a little bigger. This string has not been closed. Well, there's the start of the string. There's no ending. This one is a capitalization issue. The string's been closed, but look at the name here, mydiv1. Let's go up here, mydiv1. They look very similar. Beginners wouldn't notice. Oh, notice it highlights it, mydiv1, but it hasn't highlighted that one because that's not capital. Let's close this string. Let's save it. Let's preview. And let's go there. Unclose. This string has not been closed. Capitalization. This string strangely says this string has not been closed. Not quite sure what's up with that. Let's go back. And that's kind of what you do in programming. So let's try it again. Here we go. Unclosed parenthesis. And now closed. Capitalization is now correct. It's kind of funny actually, the mistake on that one. If I show you, capitalization is now correct. I'd click instead of on click. So that's probably another thing you should be able to watch for. I'm going to show how we can load this on a mobile app. I won't use exactly the same program. And yeah, happy coding. It's all free and it's all out there for you to learn. Back in the IDE of Nitros, I'm going to hit preview. Port 3000, that's the URL we have to enter into. Here's the Android, here's the iPad. Let's connect that one, let's connect that one. Remember, this is not Wi-Fi. This is online. So there's the basic thing, there's that one. You can just test it out. There we go. There you go. This is on an Apple device without paying the $100 developer fee. When you're happy with your app and other people like it and you've debugged it, then that's a great idea to start paying all that money. But while you're just learning, this is awesome. There we go. The string is now closed. Capitalization. That was the one that was broken, and we fixed it. Good luck. Happy coding.